Yes, yes, I don't know. Content over everything. The day are, big up the G Circle, big up everyone who contributed. Yeah, man, it was a good turnout. We're not feeding into any negative energy. We're just moving forward with a positive energy. You know what I'm saying? So it was beautiful today. And basically during the circle, when I was talking about the haters, I was saying it's not only just the Muslims. When I'm talking about the Muslims, I'm specifically talking about the Muslims who have made it vocal that people should not be involved in the G Circle or are going out of their way to spread negative propaganda about individuals within the G Circle. You understand? Character assassination. These are the only people I'm talking about. The people that are using all of their energy to hate. The people that are actually hating. Not the people that are... Not the people. See the Babylon there. Yeah. Yeah. Carry on. It's real life. Riley's rolling by, man's got to be on point. Yeah, so basically, that statement that it's not just the Muslims. Obviously, we had Muslims in the circle. I don't really need to make this video because we had Muslims in the circle. Muslims don't know what it is. It's a righteousness thing that man deal with. You get me? And it's a real thing. But I just wanted to make that clear because there was someone that said when they heard it, they was a bit alarmed. You understand? So I don't want anyone to be alarmed. You get me? It's a righteous thing. I don't want anyone to feel chased away. So yeah, I'm just making it clear that it's only the people that are hating and going out of their way to demonize individuals from the circle that I'm talking about when I'm talking about the people that are hating. And, you know, everyone, no matter who you are, you get me? Because we're getting love from everywhere right now anyway, and that's the main thing. You get me? I don't want to concentrate on the hate, I want to concentrate on the love. The love today was amazing. We're getting love from all over the world, from all different people, you get me?
Make sure that 10 damn wire is queued up, you know, fam.
Huh?
I want that 10 damn
Oh,
wire
you say you want
queued
the
up, fam.
10 damn wire queued up?
Yeah, fam, because after you finish the speech on the air right there, say, hey, straight, man.
So let's just confirm what it is before people start coming down, right? On the front family. Basically, this is a circle, right? Where it's black people trying to help black people work with black issues, right? Everyone is welcome. You don't have to be black to be here. Everyone's opinion matters, but we want to steer the content around the black topics, right? Because we feel that it's kind of missed out in the media, and this could be our media, innit? All right? Yeah? So it is a unity thing, and everyone's welcome, but we want to keep it black focused, black African, or whatever you want to call it. You know what it is, and that's why we're here, innit? Content over everything. We're gonna go around. You're gonna get a chance to speak, but please, please, yeah, come fit this thing here. Please project your voice. If you don't, you might get Jedi shouting like, "Come on, bit louder." Yeah, the story matters, isn't it? All right. So boom. Yes. All right. Everyone tight? Yeah.
Yeah, more powers, more powers, more powers. I was gonna just keep it 100, you get me? Man, like, I'm mad honoured, you get me? To be looking around and seeing all my big brothers and my brothers around right now, you get me? This is mad powerful because as a youth man, this is a vision I never saw growing up. Do you get me? And I think none of us saw this thing growing up, you get me? To the point where inside, like I want to cry tears of joy right now, family. You get me? Because we've had G circles, but they haven't had the powers that this one has got. Do you get me? Because you man are the ones that, we can actually change this thing, fam. Like, the system's told us that we ain't got no power. Now, I already know that man's got bare rebels around. You get me? So, man know that where we come from, bruv, I don't really want to hear no one talk. We don't deal with leaders. I don't really like to be told what to do. You get me? So, this is a thing where it's a circle, so there's no pyramid in it. You get me? We're all voices in it. You get me? Like, it's a servant thing, innit? Man's got juices in the bag. We got cups. You get me? Man, them drink a juice and talk the truth to power. You get me? Because it's the voices of the man them that is going to change this thing. Like, I'm talking to the man them 1,000 years when the man them are gone, blood. Man them could drop dead tomorrow, fam. But you see what man said today, bruv? That's forever. That's forever, fam. You get me? That's forever. So that's all I'm saying to the man them. This is what this initiative's about. And as man them know, you see, once we get the numbers up, we can bring this from ends to ends. From the man them are serious. We can bring it from ends to ends, bruv. Everyone military, everyone black. You get me? 200, 300. And we can actually change this thing. You get me? We can make an influence because each one of you as an individual, if you go down to the hood right now and you speak to a young G, you're making a massive influence. As an individual, you're making a massive influence. Because I remember as a young G, and you remember as a young G, when you spoke to that older one at that time, and he gave you that wisdom, and you gave him the screw face. You weren't even listening. The ignorant one. I know the man them know, but the words was going into your ears. Yeah? And then a couple years down the line, the penny dropped. Or the naira dropped. You get me? It dropped, bruv. A man said, yeah, man, clock what that older was telling me that time. So as an individual, we're influencing every day, bruv. We don't need to come into the G circle to be who we are, you know. Each as an individuals, we're powers. But when we come together now, wow, we know divide and conquer is the main plan. So what I'm saying is, yeah, this is, before I finish, yeah, the main thing is when we go to the ends, the man next to you, you don't know his religion. You don't know his politics. You don't know what his wife looks like. You don't know what country he comes from. You just know he's a brother and he wants to change the situation just like you do. You get me? And that's the solidarity that we can have to actually change this thing. You get me? Carl, from 300 man have that mindset, then nothing can't stop it. You know what I'm saying? And then we can bring in the young G's. We can take them paintballing. You get me? And it's an influence thing. Show them something else, because we know even mute anyway. I don't want to chat too much. I want to hear the man them. So, like, we're gonna go round. You get me? A man them just. I feel like this one's a real freestyle thing. Cause I feel like there's just so much powers. You get me? Man them just. I'd say my question though would be, how do we stop or influence stopping the postcode wars? I feel like the people around. I don't know, Jedi. What are you saying? I feel like that would be a good place to start, and then we could take it anywhere from there. You get me? How do we stop this thing? Can we stop this thing? Because the system, you know the main thing the system done? They told us we can't do it. You get me? Because when I go to one end, the man them are saying, oh yeah, man want it to change, but them man don't want it to change. Then you go to the next end, and them man are saying, them man, so we...
Make room for people to join in the circle, please.
So what I realised is, we've all got an invisible them man. Yeah? We've all got an invisible them man that the system put in our heads. Yeah? And if you go to the history of the postcode wars, all of you will know that wasn't a reality. Until the news started pushing it. And then every youth's in his yard hearing about postcode wars. Oh, I've got a postcode. And then that's how it became a national thing. Before that, it wasn't a national occurrence. So we know the media's created it. So this is the way that this COE is our BBC to reverse it now. We're reversing the damage that's been done, innit? You get me? So, and the last thing I want to say is, I know for a fact, yeah, we're not going to be able to get every gang member, yeah, to stop the war. Because man them have lost brothers, man them have lost cousins. So it's not that simple as tell man stop the beef. But you see every single one of them, and I put my life on this. And I've been from ends to ends. I spoke to man them, yeah, and I've never met a man that told me he wants to see his son live that life.
Trust me.
I've never met the man that told me he wants to see his nephew live that life. I've never met the man that told me he wants to see his little brother live that life. So even if they won't change it amongst themselves, we can get the 12-year-old and downwards. And all we need, what do we need? In every gang, you've got one brother that loves his people. In every gang, more than one. And that brother has got influence where his people are concerned. Because don't think these men don't want to see the thing change. Everyone does. Yeah, when you hear the music's like that because the media makes the music like that. They only sign a certain type of music. It's not because there's not men in the road that have different thoughts. We love a bit. Look, we love Styles P. You mean? Gang. And who was that when Styles P was asked who his favourite gangster was? Who did he say? Malcolm X. Yeah. So there's a realness on the roads, and we're bringing back that realness. Cause they've been hiding the realness. Yes. They've been hiding the realness, fam. They've been acting like man them just want to kill each other, and it's not that. It's not that. There's situations that create situations. I've got pagans, you've got pagans, you've got pagans. But it's not necessarily that we want to war them. Yeah? This is the fucking thing that they've created, and we're going to reverse it because we've got the power to do that, innit? And no one can't tell us we ain't got the power to do it. Because we're all generals.
Trust me.
We're all generals, bruv. We're all generals. So we're just guiding the new generation. So like I said, the 12-year-olds and downwards, we don't need to get all the gangs to stop the war, but we get that one brother in each gang, yeah? And we bring them together, and we bring the other brothers together, and then we can make this thing work. And anytime we go to a certain ends, we just make sure that someone that doesn't, the people that have had passa with that ends don't go to that ends. Yeah. And we just filter the thing, and we go from ends to ends, brothers. This is what I want to do anyway. You get me? I feel like, I genuinely feel like, bro, we're going to change the world with this, bro. Because once we do it here, bro, and the black print works, bro, we can send that to America. We can send that to Africa. It's a template, fam. And I tell you, this isn't my ideas, you know, fam. This is from going from ends to ends. This is from speaking to you, all of them. I've spoken to people, I just speak, how can we do it, And man then say, oh, nah, but, and this is how this thing's formulated, it's not from my head. I take no credit for it, bro. I give all credit to the Most High, fam. Yeah, so yeah, man, let's just go around, man. Where do you want to start with this?
Anyone can jump in, but can we get a nice circle gig just so we get a nice circle too wide, man. Let's move that circle like good. Good? Good, all right. So how we're going to run it now, if anyone wants to speak, you're welcome, right? So just whoever, put your hand up and start chatting, but make sure you project your foot. You can have it from there, right? And if you want, come out and start talking to the people moving around like we saw last week, innit? That's quite nice. To do them ones, right? So who wants to start after this great introduction by Raspberry? Nice introduction. Yeah? Who wants to say it off? Huh? You want me to start? You go with it.
No, brother, I love it, brother. Like I said, my man's honoured. But the main thing, brother, like, you see me, I told the man them straight. Yeah? You see this whole, I man respect my brothers and I get mad love for my brothers on the sideline. But you see me, bruv, I don't need no praise. I don't need no praise at all. Don't big up respect. Just roll out for the youth them. You get me? Like fam, you know it's the maddest love. It's the maddest love. But you see the thing about this whole speaking thing, and when we've seen a lot of these, you see when these guys, it gets to their head and that, man start going a different place. I just want to stay in my little humble zone, bro. So when they put me on a pedestal, I kick it down, bro. You get me? Because they put you on the pedestal and put the noose around your neck and kick it anyway. You get me? We seen it, bruv. So man just there man just a humble brother. You get me? And I'm honoured. You get, like I said, fam, I'm honoured. Cause this is the change. Look at it, bruv. Show any youth this and he knows the powers is coming. So like, man, I just want to hear them. I want to hear the G's now, innit? Yeah. I need to hear the G's, innit?
Who's gonna step up?
Man, just raw. Man, just raw. Because every single thing is fucking relevant.
Here we go.
Right, can everyone hear me?
Yes. Yeah. Yo, my name's Guru, and over the past weeks, all I've been hearing is people saying we cannot achieve things. I heard a brother say we cannot be self-sufficient, we cannot grow our own food. I heard another brother saying that black people cannot come together. Everyone is saying we can't. It's like, basically, we've been turned into a bunch of human resources. We've been turned into a bunch of zombies. We're basically like walking around in like a living dead state, and then a living dead state isn't living life at all. We need to just clear our minds and de-indoctrinate our minds. Never underestimate the power of your mind and belief. If you believe that you are unique, if you believe that you are special, if you believe you are a creator, you are one step closer to achieving your goals. When you were dreaming, sometimes you were doing things you never thought possible. You may be like having your supreme job that you imagine. You may be scoring a goal. You may be discovering a nation. But when you wake up, it's back to reality. And the thing is, reality is sculpted by perception of the mind. You have the power to sculpt your own reality. You must view yourself not as a peasant that the government want us to see ourselves. And not as this cliche, we was kings, like kings or whatever, or you must see yourself and elevate yourself as a higher being. If it is a king, then so be it, because you must have master over your dominion. What is your dominion? It is your mind, your body, and if you believe it, your spirit. I will repeat, it is your mind, your body, and your spirit. So you have to look at when you're doing something, and basically, you're about
and you've done it, and you look back and you don't like it, and you think, what could I have done? Well, you've got to think, where was your mind when you were doing that? Was someone telling you that you could not do it? Or was your mind in the past? Because the past does not exist. Was your mind in the future, worrying about the future? The future has yet to come. It does not exist yet. So don't let anyone hold you back. This can be achievable. We need to reach, as Respect says, to the youth. We need to teach them that this postcode thing is fiction. We need to teach them they can rise up. We need to lead by example. We need to get them to understand that life is what you make it. And if you do not make it, then there's no one that's gonna make it for you. And I'm out.
Big up the people them for coming out and that and showing solidarity. Quickly, I just want to do a quick test for you lot, yeah? I just want to ask everyone, yeah? 2 quick questions, yeah? In association with who you are, whatever your heritage is, whatever you describe yourself as, black, Al-Kebulani, African, West Indian, Caribbean, mixed heritage, whatever. If you're standing in the circle, yeah, and you identify with this, yeah, I want you to give me 1 positive and 1 negative attribute, yeah, towards you being who you are. So, for instance, my brother, you're from Somalia, yeah? You deem yourself as, let's use black, right? Can you give me a negative and a positive of being who you are?
One way.
Being black.
My question, you know. My question. Elaborate on that. As in what way?
Can anyone give me an answer to that?
Positive and negative.
Yeah.
We're the most powerful people on earth. We're the most influential people on earth. There's no negative. If you allow someone else to define you, they make a negative, and you're fussy. You're not even a man. So there's no negative. We make shit hot. People wear clothes because we decide it's cool. Nothing else. We decide music is cool. People buy it. And if you allow anybody else to repackage that and sell it back to you, you're not a man. And the thing that has come from us is our men don't stand up. When children run about in the street acting stupid, men don't stand up. A big man who knows he can knock out the youth will walk past him and allow him to act like a gangster. He's not a gangster. He was raised by a woman who was quick to temper, mixed with his testosterone, and now he's a clown. So he does it in the road. But no big man take ownership. So we're not taking ownership. There's nothing negative about us apart from that which has been put on us by other people. So take ownership as a man.
Let's go along.
The positives. I'm able to import wisdom, I'm able to motivate and elevate. I've done it, I've got a case. Miss first of all, gang. Yeah. First of all, yeah, but what man's saying is raw. The positives of myself is I'm able to import wisdom. I'm able to elevate the youth them that are around me right now. Because slightly the state of the society right now, I feel like it's a little bit my fault, innit? Yeah, and that was the negative part. So the positive part is me righting my wrongs and the wrongdoings that I taught all the youngsters that looked up to me and followed me and said, South, your gang, yeah. But I never gave them a book to read, I gave them a little something else. You see what I'm saying? So my positives is coming from righting my wrongs and elevating. Yeah. Gang.
Yeah, so I identify, I say, as an African. And what I say, the positive part of that is the rich culture and heritage that we've got.
That's right.
So having that direct link to that rich culture and heritage, as my man said, which is used and abused by society, we still can infuse the youth them to understand where they're from. Because if we let them know how great they are, they will aspire to be great. It's not rocket science. So we've got to make sure we get that message out to them, because we know that they're being brainwashed out there. We know We're talking about people walking around like zombies. Really, we know that people have been brainwashed. It ain't no joke. They got the mind control things already happening. Everyone's got a device in them right now, which helps with that. Right now. But we are so intuitive. We are so great as a people that this thing was weaponized against us. Everyone knows that social media and internet was there to control, yeah? To use your emotions, your feelings, and try and use you to do things or do wrong things or whatever, not to do right things. So we're so intuitive, so clever that everybody here has seen something online with this sort of content on it, isn't it? So what have we done? We've taken that tool that they were going to use against us and we're using it to still empower ourselves. That's how powerful we are. Yeah? So everyone must understand this. They are trying to control your mind. They have controlled your mind. They controlled my mind. So we know, everyone, no one is exempt from this. No one. So what we got to realize is the mechanism is happening now. We're doing it right now. Everyone who took that step out there to come and stand here, you're part of that revolution. You're doing it right now. So make sure when you're using those devices, you're using it for something righteous. When you're using it and you're showing your youth side, don't show them them stupid twerking videos and all that nonsense. I ain't got nothing against dancing and people enjoying themselves, but allow teaching them that sort of nonsense. Them minds are so impressionable at that age. Yeah? So know that already we're doing it. We know they lie about the news. We know they lie. We know they done the post-Cold War thing that he's talking about. There was nothing happening. It was pushed on the news, then it happened. The same thing happened in America with the Bloods and the Crips. We know this. Yeah?
The history of the Bloods and the Crips, the original terminology for the Bloods, because the Bloods and the Crips were originally Black Panthers. Yeah? The original terminology for the Bloods was brotherly love overrides oppressive division. Yeah? The original terminology for the Crips was community resistance in progress. This means if the police try to attack anyone in the community, there will be a resistance in progress. That's Eddie Griffin. That's Eddie Griffin, yeah? So that's how it originally happened. But you know the way the system is, yeah? The CIA, J. Edgar Hoover, sent in crack cocaine and drugs into the movement and divided the movement. That's why the main thing about this is solidarity. So anyone that tries to come and create division, that's the snake. That's the agent. You understand? The main thing is solidarity and respect. You get me? So if you've got solidarity and we don't know, if I don't know your religion or nothing to divide on, then there's nothing that can divide us. We're just gonna go to the ends, we're gonna link up with the youths and we're gonna go yard. Simple. So there's no I like him, he likes me. We don't know nothing. We might network and link up outside, yeah? But that's the powers. Go on, brother.
Yeah, so just to finish up, I see a little earlier debate on some WhatsApp group where two black people are looking for the same thing, looking to help the youth them, are arguing over religion. Arguing over this is better, this and forget that. From when you're black and you're on it, black, African, whatever you identify as, when you're on it, just do the right thing. Forget religion. We are together in this. Everyone standing here has made that statement by being here. Come on. Yeah? So do it. Do the right thing and always think about what you're doing, because you're in control of your thoughts, and what you think up here and comes out here materializes. That's right. Gang. Gang.
Oh, all right. Yes, man. Work from the yeah. I came here from Trinidad last week to England.
Speak up, man. Get the shot, man. I can't hear you. You're gonna try.
I came here from Trinidad last week to England.
Everyone give Uncle a hand. You know? Yeah. The endless paved the way.
And in Trinidad, in England, when I was here in England, living in England, my house on Sundays was always a place where what you have in here today, that's what my house used to use. Yeah. And I came here and I heard about there was an exhibition at Tate about the African American who fought in the 60s, and I went to the exhibition and I saw there what I fought here in England for.
Tell us a little bit about that, Uncle. What you told us about last week when you got arrested. Tell us about the protest. What's a little bit about that?
Well, yeah. There was many protests and I was arrested many times.
He said there was many protests.
There was one in Oval House that I spent 5 weeks at the Old Bailey. On trial, 5 weeks.
He spent 5 weeks at the Old Bailey. Yeah?
On trial.
So Uncle was fighting for our rights from them times.
And
there.
that one
So
was
this is a
when the
generational
police, we
struggle.
had a fundraising dance party, we used to call it, at Oval House.
At Oval House.
And the police came on the pretext that some little fella watch was stolen from the street. And they wanted to come in the dance, in the party. And we said to them that that day was a public holiday. There was thousands of youths
Thousands.
inside the hall.
Yeah.
And we told them it was impossible. And it wasn't just a dance because we was the Black Panthers in England.
Yeah. They were the Black Panthers in England.
So we had our Black Panther logo was illuminated.
Yeah.
At the center of the hall. So all the youth, when they come to our dance, to our party, they come into a political activity.
Okay.
It wasn't just coming to feel nice. It was a political activity.
Sounds like a gang party to me.
So when the police came in, when the police came in at the door and we told them that it was impossible, there was no way you could identify somebody inside that place.
Yeah.
So what you should do is to stay on the pavement on the road.
Yeah.
And if you find the guy who stole the little fella watch,
yeah,
then you could do what you want.
Yeah.
They said no. They have to go in.
Uncle was tricking them, by the way, but go on.
So they went in, and when they turn on the light, when they see the sea of black people inside there, they was going to make a retreat. I don't know what happened that day. Everybody like they had a bottle in their hand. And the police got some licks. So the 3 guys was arrested that night.
Yeah.
The next day, as always, we go to the courthouse to, if the guy want bail, if they want support, we are there to support them. And I was arrested being the ringleader. And
give thanks, Uncle. Give thanks. Give thanks.
But I brought a message from Tobago, where I have the baobab. From Africa, we have trees in Tobago.
Yeah.
And we have a foundation called the Baobab Tree Foundation. And everybody should know the food value. And I feel that is the only place in the world where this baobab grow is where African people live.
So Uncle, if you have a foundation, you have a phone number that people can contact you. Because one, you can take money to continue it.
No, that is something in the making. Cool. So when I'm coming back here in April. April.
Coming back in?
I'm going back next week.
Give thanks, Uncle.
You know what I was going to say, yeah? Raspet made a point about people killing each other over postcode wars. But postcode wars was back in 08, 09. Right now, brothers are killing each other over money and drugs. It's all about money, materialistic things. If brothers actually realize that money and drugs, it's all it is material, then I think the killing might stop. And I believe in a concept called each one, teach one. And if every black person, every black individual shares the knowledge of another black person, I think we'll get somewhere. And that's all it is.
Guys, what we're going to do, because as you can see it's getting so big, in order to help each other out, we're going to try to crush it a bit, right? So we're going to take one step in, just to get so tight, because obviously we want to hit everyone, and we know we're not going to get the perfect facing circle, but we do here. So bring it in, so everything sounds nice, right? So a bit more tighter, and also we're blocking people from going as well. Yeah, so bring it in, and yeah,
I'm going to start pointing out fireman soon, you know.
That's what I'm talking about. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to start pointing out the fireman soon, you know. If the fireman don't start speaking, then the fire empress is,
yeah. Say one thing quickly still. All I got to really say is I love everybody here. You know what I mean? I ain't loved black people for a long time. You get me? I've been an oppressor. I've been a black oppressor. I'm not going to lie to you, sir. You get me? It's hurt my heart, obviously, throughout the years. So I'm just come here to say, we can do it, you know what I mean? We ain't got to watch nothing, you know? I know it's going to look impossible. It's going to look virtually incredible to do it, but trust me, we can do it. All we've got to do is organise ourselves. We've got to come together. We've got to just show each other a bit of love, and we can do it. If we show each other the same love we show other nations, we can do it. Do you know what I mean? Because we're such a loving race, and I'd just like to say that we can spend a lot of time doing fuckery, because I know where every cat lives, but I don't know who's in trouble with who. So if we can like get to organise each other, and you know what I mean, get cousins from other neighbourhoods, because obviously my neighbourhoods are so close. Like obviously we're in problems with each other, but I know there's family on each side. So if we can get them to come together to like organise some family meetings and some liaison, we can do it. You know what I'm saying? There's ways we can do this thing. I just think if we just stop concentrating on foolishness, half of it will get done still. And that's it.
100%. And on top of that, yeah, it's one of them ones where, like I said, as individuals, we're already doing our job. Yeah? So it's like, it's not a thing where we're looking for a goal. Yeah? It's more like every little thing we do is gonna add. You understand? So after we go there, it might be 20 times worse, but we stopped it from being 40 times worse. After we go there, it might be 20 times better, but if we didn't go there, it would have just stayed the same. So we're just creating an influence. Because that's all we're here to do, you know? We're here to come on this planet, do what we can, and go on about our business. And leave with that legacy. And before all of you came here, I said, everyone who says something here today, like understand that 1,000 years down the line, someone might click play on those words that you said. And it might inspire someone, so it's powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start pointing out fireman, you know, because I know there's bare fireman.
Just say something. I'm just gonna ask a question, yeah, to everybody. It's a simple question, because it seems like we're all positive, that's why we're here, for one. But I think it's a good question to ask, so you can pose it to younger people and share this with other people, is what made you change to this positive kind of thinking? What changed you to become positive in that kind of thinking? Now, I don't see anything, like you said, there's nothing about being negative or about being black. You just do positive and negative things in life. That's what choice is. But then there's a point where you make a change. Yeah, maybe you have a child. Maybe you go to Africa. Yeah, maybe you go somewhere else and see reality. Maybe people living or working harder, like kids in New York, for me, turned me around. Because my story, which I would share in that kind of sense, is that basically I went to New York when I was 16. I was in Flatbush, and all my friends, they were joining the army. And they were robbing. Some of them went into the Navy. Some of them tried to get scholarships as a football player in order, just in order to get an education. And I thought to myself, well, I live in England. Education's free. It's free. What am I doing? Life's easy in England. I don't need to rob to buy books or shoes. Those guys were doing carjackings to go to school. Yeah, I was looking a gift horse in its mouth. I said, I dedicated most of my life to negative things up to that point, and then I made a commitment to myself to dedicate my life to positive things. And with that, I know that's something which no one could take away from me, is knowledge, yeah, and positive knowledge. So I just want to know from anybody else, what made you change? What changed you? Because this is what the younger kids need to know. They need to know how to make that change. Sometimes it's like taking them out of the environment and showing them another environment, and they realize, well, you know what? Life ain't too bad. You know, I could do better. I can take advantage of the situation. So I hope you have a story to share. That's all I wanted to say.
Now, quickly, I just want to touch on a point. I know it's based on unity and whatever, but the first time I heard something deep from Raspik was I saw an interview with him talking about it was the Tottenham riots, right? I'm pretty sure you lot are all familiar with what happened with Mark Duggan and so forth. And his point was basically based on that they asked the police officer, I think it was the chief police officer or something, they asked him like, what's their biggest fears? And they didn't say that it was that buildings were being burnt down, that people were getting hurt, there was robberies, there was looting. They turned around, they said that their biggest fear was the fact that rivalry gangs were linking up. And that just touched to me that, and him also, he explained the point that their biggest fear is unity. They don't want to see the man them here, us all linked up, doing this whole circle thing, all together, us talking deep, us trying to all unite together and try. They want beef in the ends. And the reality is with ends, I'm from Harsden myself, I'm not sure where everyone else is from, but the reality is we're all dying over this postcode thing and we're dying over our areas, but most of us don't even own shit in our ends. We don't own no house, we don't own no shop. And you realize people are coming from different races and coming. You go to the chicken shop, you see an Asian man is selling you man chicken. You go to the hair shop, you see an Indian man is selling you man hair. And these are our own product that we're spending our money in. So not only should we be spending our money based on black businesses, but we should also be aware of unity together, because there's definitely strength in unity. Like us all together, I'll be honest, they don't want to see this shit. I'm more surprised that there ain't even police here already. You get me? That's what I'm surprised about. They don't want to see this, because straight away they're seeing a group of black people all together, they're straight thinking like, oh, some negative shit's going on. We're about to sell drugs or we're about to do some shit, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying, man. But right now, there's strength in your unity, man. Know yourself, know your history, know your knowledge, man. There's power in this black thing we call melanin, fam. I'm gonna be real with you lot, man. If you look at the way your body is all set up, fam, it's deeper than that, man. You look at the deeper singers right now, you look at music right now. Right now, if they could get a white face to do what a black person does, they'll put him up. If you look at music like Ed Sheeran, Elvis, this is coming from black music itself.
Come on.
That it comes from it derives from black music itself. So we need to use our own gifts, man. And that's not to say like we have to go around trying to be the president or prime minister of the country. We can help. If you see a little youth down there walking down the road, don't let him pass and let it be. If you see a little youth, tell him like, yo, man, then we need to fix up. We need to get together, help him. Push him towards greatness, man. Push him. We can help through the little people we help, man. It doesn't necessarily have to be a big thing, man. Let's not be selfish and let's focus on the youth, man. That's what I wanted to say, man. 100.
And a lot of people have been asking why we use the acronym GANG, guiding the new generation, yeah? Because, and the reason why it's Gang Unite is because this is Gang Unite, yeah? Here amongst you right now, there's brothers who are from different ends that have beef. I'm letting you know that. Yeah? That they said will never come together. They're together right now. Yes, sir. And you know where their first allegiance is to? Is to the people. Do you get me? So this is the real guide in the new generation. You understand? So people saying, can it happen? It's happening, right? It's here. Yeah. It's just where it's going to go from here. That's the only question that we're asking now, you understand? And another person said, I'm just addressing the criticisms we've had. So one was the gang acronym. But for me, we ain't got no problem with the gang. I came up in a gang, and most of the brothers that was in the gang with me are here right now. You understand? And if you touch one of my brothers, then it's real, you understand? And that's never gonna change. You get me? Touch Booney and find out. You understand? But then you understand that's gang. That's gang. You understand? That's gang. These are my family. You have to understand that in the gangs, yeah, that the loyalty that we had in the gangs is a loyalty that you find nowhere else in society. Nowhere else in society do you find the loyalty that you find in the gangs. Yeah? One thing in the Bible that Jesus said was the greatest love is one who would put down his life for his brother. Yeah? The only people who have really tested that in society are the people in the gang. Those are our warrior class. Those are the people that if the system did try to start oppressing us, are going to be on the front line protecting us. And they've proved it. They proved it. They proved it in the riots. Yeah? They proved it in the riots. And let me tell you how they proved it in the riots. Because you see the thing that, you see all that we want is justice. Now, do we know what justice is, my people? Justice is what stops one event from occurring again. That's justice. That's why they throw a man in jail after he does something, at the hope of him going into jail, that he comes out a better man. Now, I don't know how you send a man in a place full of criminals and expect him to come out a better man. I don't understand that concept, but at the same time, that's what they call justice. You understand? So, if when the officer killed Mark Duggan, the officer was arrested and suspended, then that would have been justice. But they didn't even suspend him. So who's gonna have to get the justice now? The black elders, the black community. Yeah, they're gonna have to come out in their numbers, all of these different organizations, and they're gonna have to unite in order to demand justice from the system. And they're gonna have to be out there in their thousands to the point where the system has to suspend the officer. And I ain't talking about no protest where they tell you what to do. I'm talking about camping up outside bloody 10 Downing Street. Camping up, no food's going in or out until we get justice. Car, I don't know how we can let them tell us what to do. That's why I don't do that protesting. Car, it's a sham, trust me. You understand? So so we didn't get justice. So we didn't get justice from the system. We didn't get justice from the elders kept coming together because the political organizations have too much power amongst them. Yeah? So they're telling the youths on the streets, unite. They're telling them stop fighting.
But can't do it.
Stop fighting. Yeah? And these two brothers have had deaths. This man's brother has been killed. And you're telling him to stop fighting.
Trust.
And you're in an organization.
Trust.
And the other day this one stepped on your shoe. And you can't forget it. And you're divided. And you're divided. And the youth. It's the youth that are affected by your division. So we didn't get justice from you either. But you see where I got justice for, what made me feel safe was my brothers hit the roads. My brothers hit the roads and they said, yo, they said if you touch one of us,
touch one, touch all.
You understand? And it wasn't just Tottenham. The brothers in Tottenham and Wood Green, and there's brothers here from Tottenham and Wood Green now. Yeah? Them man put their passages to one side. Them man was in beef. Big beef. And they said, you know what, brother? This thing's done, you know? The real enemy's there, fam. And it wasn't just in Tottenham. It was in Brixton. It was in Hackney. It was in Manchester. It was in Birmingham. It reached the Midlands, fam. Bruv, do you hear what happened, fam? It reached the Midlands, fam.
What happened in the Birmingham?
Bruv, in Birmingham, the man was clapping at the copters. It was mad. It was real. Bruv, it's not a joke, fam. They know. And you know what that makes, and you know why that's justice? Because it allows a Fed to know that if we kill them, then now, boy, that's just, there's consequences.
Right.
Yeah? So what the streets said is if the justice system don't want to do it, we'll take it into our hands. And Martin Luther King said, and I said this when I went on the BBC. Yeah, I made sure I quoted this when I went on the BBC. You know them sharp little Malcolm X quotes? You're mad. I said those, and JFK said it as well. I made sure let them know JFK said it as well. Yeah, and we know what happened to both of them as well. Yeah? We know what happened to John F. Kennedy, we know what happened to Martin Luther King. Yeah? Both of them got killed. Yeah? And they said, those who make peaceful revolution impossible make violent revolution inevitable. And that's a reality. Yeah? Those who make peaceful revolution impossible make violent revolution inevitable. And that's a reality. Yeah? The same way they're asking why do you start hustling? I'm not coming here to tell no one about hustling, fam. Are you mad? Do you know how hard it is to survive on minimum wage? Do you know the society we live in? And you want me to tell them about hustling? Are you mad? Do you know how good it feels when man's mum rings you and says she needs a little piece of money and you can give it to her? Do you know how good that feels? Do you know how bad it feels when you can't do it? Do you know how bad it feels when you can't buy your daughter a buggy? Do you know that feeling? Yeah? So I can't tell them about that. What they have to do is you have to get Rat Raven to get the elders again to do your group economics and employ the youth. Employ them. Give them an alternative. Until then, in every society, black, white, Asian, there's people on the roads. And I'm going down to that before I cut out now because I want everyone. I don't want to speak. You get me? You see, in our culture, like someone touched on it, yeah. People are saying, why is there other people here? And are you mad? Yeah? Are you mad? Do you know? I come from the roads. Yeah, that's where I come from. Yeah? And on the roads, yes, it's bare black youths. But we've got different people from different cultures living on the ends. You see the way we treat people? We treat people with love. That's us. Yeah? And it has been our weakness. Yeah? So we have to know politically how to deal with it. You understand? But we're never going to turn into them. Never! Never going to turn into their oppressors. Never! Yeah? So when we come up, bruv, like, I don't care. Like, you see me, people I roll with, yeah, and all the brothers here can attest to this, you get me? Doesn't matter if they could be Irish, they could be, I don't care where man's from, fam. If he's rolling with the man them, then no one can't touch him, fam. And man them treat him with the utmost love and respect, bruv. Cause man treats man with the utmost love and respect. You get me? But and when we're doing our political thing, you understand, them man respect it and support it however they ask us, how can we support it? You get me? That's how the reality is, you get me? And that's how we're keeping it. So yeah, we're in Speakers Corner, it's an open thing, and we've got gang people from all over. You get me? Because there's gang people from every nation that's affected by this thing. And when we do the police UK, we're gonna need everyone. Yeah? When we do the police UK, we're gonna need everyone to be filming the police, and anytime the police do an illegal stop and search, we put it all on one database. It's all on one database. Do you understand? And then we've got the names and the officers. So basically, I don't want to go into it. Yo, let's go around. Yo, fireman. And there's bare fireman over there. Yo, selfie. Oh yeah, you see there. Yeah, you got me.
Let me say something. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Can you hear me? First thing. I think you lot need to clap for yourselves.
Yeah. Come on!
This is fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Postcode wars, the only thing I can say is postcode's not going to matter when you're dead. No more, that's it. We're just going to leave that there. When you're dead, there's no more postcodes. Do you get what I'm saying? That's it. Do you get what I'm saying? One thing I wanted to say is we've got people all around the world watching what we're doing here. And I would encourage them to do their own G-Circle. Go into your own communities and sometimes take time out and get together and get some solutions. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't have to sit down on YouTube and watch us week after week. Do it yourselves. Strength of self is what I'm dealing with. Do you get what I'm saying? Know how powerful you are. You heard my brother Yahuru last week. Do you get what I'm saying? We are strong people. We are powerful people. Do you get what I'm saying? So let's go into our communities and do our own G-Circles. You get what I'm saying? Everyone can do it. So if you're watching, yeah, go down to that local park down in 125th and yeah, you lot do G-Circle there. You get what I'm saying? And that's all I got to say. I love all of you. And that's it. Thank you.
Let's do a quick chart to get the energy up. Yeah, so we're gonna say the same chant as last week that Yahuru pulled. Yeah? Rise up, ye mighty people, and accomplish what you will. On 3, yeah? 1, 2, 3. Rise up, ye mighty people, and accomplish what you will. Nah, that's not lying, bro. That's not lying, bro. That's not lying, bro. That's not lying, bro. Yeah, that's not it. That's not gonna scary, no one. They don't know it off by heart. All right. Rise up, ye mighty people. Rise up, ye mighty people, and accomplish what you will. Rise up, ye mighty people. Rise up, ye mighty people, and accomplish what you will. Loud now. Rise up, ye mighty people, and accomplish what you will. Gang! Guiding the new generation. Guiding the new generation. When I say G, you say circle. G. When I say G, you say circle. G. Guiding the new generation. G. Circle.
You know what you identified? Nationhood. What you identified is nationhood. Yes. Don't say you don't have an objective when you call on 300. You have the objective. Yes. Name it. It's nationhood. Yes. That is what we're doing here. You're looking at Africans. Yes, there are those on the outside. The way those on the outside support those who are Africans is by standing and respecting it. First and foremost, you are Africans. So now, because you're on the road, you all raise economics. You have an economic worth. It started off, look, I'm originally from New Cross. I had two sets of friends, Peckham and New Cross. I know why I had clean, because my yard got cracked in 1995, 25 to 7 in the morning. That was the only education I needed. I lived in that yard 4 years to the day, from 18 to 22. Nobody knew where I slept after that. But I had businesses. And I went from every single one of my friends being petty criminals to every one of my friends today being like I am business owners. So there's a translation from the road to legitimizing your business. We make heroes of people like Jay-Z because they understand business principles that they apply from the road to legitimate business. You create generational wealth. We're not in a time anymore, whereas brothers, we're even going to be able to handle cash. They're going to double cash within 3 years. And you don't have no institutions. So if cash is digitalized and you don't have no foothold in a digital world, you're going to be third world citizens in a first world country. So at this stage, while your economics have power, make you not. Nobody don't judge an illegitimate income.
Yes.
You are supposed to now pull your illegitimate income from the elders to create a central pool of finance in an African-owned financial institution that can do digital transfer, purchase Revo currency, that can swap for euros any minute, anywhere, which is stable. It's only England that left the country club. You can't leave the country club and say, I'm the hot chick, now it's gonna go my way. You were pretty while you're inside, you're gone. So it's John who come up with the term, Black Sea. We are leaving Europe. We are not Europeans. So you see that one there, Black Sea. If you don't have no collective plan economically, you don't have no power to educate your children, you don't have no form of community cohesion, what are you doing? You're giving up your children's lives. You're giving up your influence. We're men. There are women here. But I'm talking to alpha males now. The same way everybody can look in each other's eye and recognize a man. Not who don't feed their children, not who don't know when their children's birthdays are, who feed their children, who give their mother money. Those are the men here. So I don't care if your income is illegitimate. When the call come, know how to pull that money and know that money's got your name on it, but that money don't have your name on it. That money can purchase commercial buildings. You see, the quickest money you can make, short-term lets. People who come in this country don't have nowhere to stay, pay £70 a day for a room, and collectively you own that. And it can't get taken from you by the authorities. I sat down at my cousin's funeral with 3 of my cousins who come out of the bin within a fortnight of each other, and I had a plan for them. Digital now. You know what happened? One of them went straight back in the bin. One of them was on top 5 most wanted, police 5. He got clapped with keys and 40 quid. And his baby mother ain't gonna have nothing because he's looking at 16 years. His mother don't have nothing. His father, my uncle, created a whole scenario. The top son dead, the younger son dead. This one's looking at 16 years. So as men, when we break that circle, and he put the whole of them onto heroin. So this is real now. When we make a decision, human will, not human won't, we do it. Because we're the most powerful people. I'm a father. I homeschool my son. I have my own business. You see my son, that's the greatest ambassador I meet. He's a man. He's 10 years old. He's already looking at his own business, trying to monetize it. So when we make that decision, we do it. So how many brothers here are going to go and sell that to other elders, grow this circle, but in their private quarters know that there is a code and a central place that we're creating a nation? Because we're only talking about nationhood, but we're scared of it. There's nothing to be scared of. We're a nation, and they don't want us to be a nation, but they're not relevant anymore. They're not relevant. So respect, make you know one thing that you did. You put the military wing of the nation together. This is the military wing. And the CIA and the FBI are independent of government. They conduct illicit trade to raise money to run their own operations. That's right. Yeah. So if that's what you're all doing, then legitimize the money. And come the hour that you create your black sit, know that you have assets which are tangible, commercial freeholds, residential freeholds. You've created schools for your children with your curriculum, community centers that will have a 12-month cultural span, whether that's any of the independence of the nations, and you've got a chambers of commerce that financially represent you, that ecosystem that carves you out from Europeans, because you're not European. So don't worry about England leaving Europe. You're not European. No matter how good it feels to go to your doctor, your dentist, or any of these people you think are supporting you. The minute they make you know, you'll know you're not European.
And on what he's saying, yeah, about the economics and understanding it, we got a brother that was in jail, and when he was in jail, his brother was outside. You get me? And he said, I want to write a book, and he wrote a book called The Hustler's Holy Book. Can you say it all with me? Hustler's Holy Book. Can you say it? Hustler's Holy Book. One more time. Hustler's Holy Book. Yeah, just so everyone can know where it is. Yeah. So can you see them over here? Yeah. Yo, take a quick motion.
Where can you find that book?
So you can find the book on Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. Yeah. We've got a couple copies here for sale. But they're probably going to go very fast. But even if you don't get it here, you can either get them on Amazon or you can link in with the man them. So yeah, so basically this goes through a lot of that. It talks a lot about this economic thing, and this is one of the brothers in the movement who wrote the book and published the book. So we respect that a lot, you get me? But who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Fireman then, where are you there?
Yo, my name's Cam, also go by the name of Imhotep. Yeah, one thing that's helped me in my transition, not that I'm fully with it, you get me, I'm still going through it, but it's opportunity, you get me? And that's what I'm trying to do right now, give opportunity back to what I get, you get me?
I can't hear you, blood.
Yeah, so people, alright. One thing that's helped me with my transition is opportunity, as a couple of the elders were saying before, you get me? So my thing is to build myself and give opportunity back to other people. You can do it every day with little things, but more so to the community, you get me? So boom.
Well, my good black brothers, I want you to know something. You are not stupid. Black people are powerful. We build the pyramids. We have moved all over the world. And we got to train our children to be smart. If people look at black people, they look at drugs. They look at gangsters. But you know something? This issue didn't come from the black people. It came from other people. They made us like that. But we are going to have a revolution where we will have knowledge in our brain. Yes. We will have to have our own banking system. Yes. We will have to encourage all the black people, whether you have been a gang or a gangster, you got to go back to school. Yes. Get knowledge. Yes. Let's build ourselves to be strong. People fear us because of our color. Let them fear us because of our brain. If they can go to the moon, if other races can go to the moon, we can go to the moon. We got the brain. We got the capacity. We got the ability. We are not going to be put down. We're gonna rise up. Whether anybody like it or not, we're gonna rise up. We are very strong. Let us be united together. Let's start black people who are having business. Let's support them.
Yes.
When they open up a shop in Hackney, let's all go and buy things from there. Let's bring money to black people. The thing that is killing us black people is disunity. And we're gonna knock that out. When we knock out this unity, we're gonna be united together. We are all brothers and we are all sisters. And I tell you what, we are not criminals. We are people that have got vision to be strong, expand, and build many things, not only in UK, Europe, but all over the world. You can go to Africa, set up a business, expand with the knowledge that you have. He's a businessman. We want to see scientists. We want to see engineers. We want to see teachers come together and build our people. We can be strong. I got firm belief in black people that we can rise up. We can be strong. We cannot be shaken. But we have to leave anything to do with violence. We got to leave this street gangsters. But let us be gangsters in our knowledge. Building everything. Nobody should look at a black man as a foolish man. No way.
Yeah.
We are not foolish. We got brain. You can be engineer. You can be a teacher. You can be a doctor. You know what? The first black people, you know what they invented? Traffic light. Invented by black people. We invented something. We have contributed in any society. So my brothers and my sisters, don't look down on yourself. Let us look at ourselves and we build ourselves in unity. Thank you.
Bam, bam, bam. And you know how the revolution's real, yeah? Because you got so many black people that come out of their yard in cold winter, in Hyde Park, standing in a circle, chatting, then you definitely know something special's happening right now. I'm telling you. Because not everyone's there, everyone's feeling that thing. Black people don't come out in the winter. Hyde Park for what? Hyde Park for what? Wait till the summer. And it's not a barbecue on 420. Really? So yeah, man. I'm gonna gas the medicine.
Very good. Hi everybody. Gang. I want to say, do you know what? Yeah, this is a good thing, you know. Do you know what? I know that things are progressing and things are going on because I had one of the brothers here, their family, come and travel all the way from Birmingham just to come down and see us. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Listening, yeah, when they came over, they come and hugged me, took a picture with me, and they said they come from Birmingham. They come on G Circle. Yeah? So honor. And boy.
Yeah, trust me. Nah. So we know 100%, yeah, that this thing is working. Do you know what I mean? The medicine is working, you know? You know when you need that medicine, that time when you're running to the chemist and you need that medicine, you take it slowly but surely, it starts to work in it. So, another thing I want to say is, yeah, it was me that made that decision to come down here and start speaking at Speaker's Corner, because if I didn't come down here and start speaking, a load of people wouldn't even know who I am. Do you know what I mean? If I didn't decide in myself that, listen, I want to educate myself, get that book, do you know what I mean? Start reading and then come down and start voicing my opinion out. People wouldn't even know who I am, do you know what I mean? And there's now so much people from different corners of the earth that watch me and say, listen, let me travel down and see this brother. Do you know what I mean? My brother Raspek, I know Raspek from when we did the Third Day, you know what I mean? The Third Day gang, do you know what I mean? Jedi, I know Jedi from the end. Obviously Kalam and others as well. So what I'm trying to say is, you guys can do the same thing. Do you know what I mean? If you believe in yourself and know that you've got that power inside yourself, educate yourself, gain that knowledge, yeah? Read the books, because they think we can't read. Do you know what I mean? They think we can't read. Get that book, start educating yourself, empower yourself to come out and start speaking. And the moment you start speaking, your friends will be like, rah, I didn't know you was on this knowledge. I didn't know you was on that, you were seeing that kind of stuff. And then that's how the conversation starts, yeah?
He's asking which book.
Do you know what, yeah? Not even any book dealing with history and dealing with knowledge. Do you know what I mean? And better living. Yeah, those are the books that you need. Yeah? Thanks.
give thanks. Greetings, brothers and sisters. Yes, greetings. You know, and give thanks for coming out to the G Circle. You get me? Big up yourselves. You get me? My name's Jubby, and firstly, I'd like to say give praises to His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. Yes, family. Always reverence. And what I would love to see is this every single week. Even if ones and ones can't come here, there should be new ones and ones coming in the circle and giving brilliant ideas and brilliant insight, like my brethren over here and other new faces that we've had in the circle, you get me? And trust me, all of this black on black postcode bullshit what's going on right now, they need to know the biggest postcode war is gentrification. That's what's coming. Cause the youth and where they owners and no businesses and owners and no yards, they gotta be owners of this fucking gang postcode bullshit. Cause we need to be owners, we need to be men, and being a man is taking ownership and responsibility. And where they don't own tangible things like businesses, properties, they feel like they gotta own a gang and own a postcode. But Babylon is coming with gentrification to wipe your area underneath your feet and ship you out. And if they can't ship you out at the ends, they're gonna ship you to Bing. You see me? So what we need right now is collective security. You see this, what we're exercising now, what we're exhibiting now, this is collective security. And hopefully, this has a ripple effect. You see me? I can see it already because you've got ones and ones coming down from Birmingham. But trust me, this thing's going to transcend nationality from Africans at home to in the diaspora. It's going to transcend religion. It's going to transcend any bullshitism and schisms that they try and throw at man. Trust. Because this is black solidarity, which is black love, and black love is the most high. And you know what I've got to say? Hey, love Jah and live, hate him and die. You see me? See me? Because all of the enemies are going to scatter, shatter and batter. So all of them fuss you all where I try to come disrupt and I try to come with the spirit of confusion. You see me? You're going to batter and shatter and scatter. Trust me? Selassie I live. Every time.
You know, even quickly, just to touch on my man's point with the whole thing and that about how we all need to come together as a community. Main thing, this is what we're gonna do from now on. If she's got a business, we're gonna support that shit. If he's doing music, we're gonna support that shit. Come on. Donnie's got a book, we're gonna support that shit. If my man's got something coming on, we've got to support that shit, man. We've got to support our own. Yeah. And that's the foundation.
G-Circle promotion
100%.
database. That's what we need to set up.
Dash it out everything. Dash out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that shit. And we support our own, man. We pattern our own thing. We don't necessarily need that shit. Yeah, jump on, my brother, man.
And what the brother's saying about supporting the businesses, yeah, is like, even if we support a man's business, which we all try and do, but we might see the downfalls of the business, don't say to yourself, you know what, can't go back there again. Make a suggestion to the people in the right manner, like listen, King, hey what? You see this book here, yeah? You see this page here, my brother, yeah? I don't really, you know what I mean? Tell them what you think about the book, or if you feel offended, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? You're buying, you bought a product, you don't like it. Show them how they can make it better, innit? They might not see that or know that. You understand? But the one thing about our people, like, we like to discredit our own too much. Do you know what I mean? We have to stop that blood. Yeah. We have to enlighten man. Where you see a downfall in a man, don't cuss him for that blood. Show him your king.
Let him know, let him know, let him know, let him know, man.
That ain't right, my brother, man.
Let him know, let him know.
You can't go on like that, blood. Or you can't deal with me like that. You understand?
1,000%.
Because most of our people were blinded at it, bro.
Yeah, man. So if anyone's got anything going on, let it be known, man. She got a show, we'll come support that shit. She's a singer, she got a show, we'll all turn up in unison, blood. If anything goes on, we'll probably...
Let's build from that.
Let's build from there, blood.
So what you need to do from now is to get in a venue, put the artists there,
together,
bring the scholars, and bring everybody into one place. By us doing that is by putting our internet-based channels, because we have the media already. We've got inter-content over everything. We've got Titans Eyes TV. We've got Black Eyes TV. We've got Bear them. So this is the time for us able to promote whatever we're doing. So from now, we need to take it to the next level. And that is a venue. So I'm going to look for one in the next few months. Yes, and we're going to put something in it. Now it's in your hands, Respect.
Are you listening? no. Yeah, we're 10 steps ahead. We have a little venue there.
No, there's no 10 steps ahead, you know. We're gone clear.
Yeah, gone clear.
Get a GoFundMe page. Get a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
And on the GoFundMe.
Whatever.
Some method where we can contribute to where we can input whatever we can afford to go. All these things are going to cost, innit? Do you know what I mean? Donations in some form or way.
Listen to me, I'm a businessman. I own a business. So me, when I come and I take product from them and I beg, you know why? I see the value of it. So I know what my donation was. When we value each other and we value what we have, we spend our money.
Come on.
So when we have events, you're not begging nobody to come. Who's supposed to be there?
Yes,
it's got to spend their money.
100%.
And that's it.
100%.
You put a donation on top.
No, not a donation, you know. When I tell you it's the value, if I created it,
come on.
I ain't that.
Me. I'm the same with my CDs, yeah?
Nah,
I always roll.
1 minute, I'm just saying this. Listen, we've got to solve our thing differently. It's not about money. They're all just so right. Money's like, what is money to black people? We make money look stupid. Money's foolish to us. Like, think of the things we do with money. It's not nothing to do with money on this one. Like, we've got to stop even asking each other for money because we don't know how each other eats. We've got to just come some other way to do this thing. You get me? And we know the ones got solidarity. We know the ones that want us to eat because we ain't never going to make each other go hungry. You know what I mean?
There's the easiest solution to this, yeah? And this is how we can really push the thing forward, yeah? Now, Raz is right, but there's an easy solution. This is what you do. People do exactly what they can do. People do whatever they can do. So there's going to be a time when the sister has an event and someone's got the use. They can't go down to the event. There's going to be a time when man don't have the money to buy the book right now. But I'm going to see you in a month, my brother. When I got something, I'm going to try and grab it. You understand? But you know what I might be able to do, my brother? Put it on my Instagram, like what Raz is saying. I might be able to tell a brethren that I know will be interested in it. And subscribe, leave a comment. Yo, you lot, right now, you know what we got to do? You know what we got to do? Because right now, because of this unity, you know, the haters are coming out. So one thing we can do, the people that like Raz is saying, we all got to leave a comment. Just leave a gang. Just leave a gang there. Don't even say nothing. We're not getting in no debates with them. We're not entertaining them no more. They can come with all their races because it's not just Muslims. Yeah, that are hating. People think it's just Muslims. It's the racist. It's every racist person from everywhere and the black people that hate themselves. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's all of the people that are hating. So man, just leave a gang. Yeah, and we're gonna, and that's a way that we can show solidarity. So there's many ways we can fight the war, but everyone just give what you can. There'll be Sundays where you can't come. And what? I might not see you for the next 2 months, but when I see you, it's love. You understand? You get me? So it's the same thing, man. So I'm just loving this G circle. I think we should wrap up this one and then start a new thing with a new topic. Yeah. Go on, brother. Go on.
Now I wanted to say, like, we've been all talking about this unity thing, so get me, and I love it, and I see it here. I think one thing we always do, we doubt our brothers, but I seen certain things and I'm thinking, right, we can tighten up. Like man was saying, when you see man something, he's got a product, you can teach him how to tighten it up. Talk to them. I see about 4 or 5 different people in this circle.
Can we formate a circle back though, man? Real talk, because this is getting a bit messy. Some man are walking around because they can't see.
It looks good for the camera though.
Trying to hear.
It makes them see the gang, innit?
Yeah, discipline, man.
See a circle.
Formation, formation.
Discipline, yeah.
Harder.
Our soldiers, it's in the military.
Everybody's got to be able to hear
still.
Make it tight, but obviously just make it so everyone can see it. Man, not I'm seeing a lot of men walking around because they can't even see what's going on.
So what I've seen is about 4 or 5 men stood in this circle and told they got a clothing line, which is brilliant. 4 or 5 men got clothing line. But then 4 or 5 men should come together and put one clothing line, one label, get me? And each of them push their own product through that one label. So you have the collaboration. My t-shirts, this thing, but the founding organizations, this thing. So when your thing dies off, know that that brand stands alone. So there's certain things that we're not really communicating. I'm seeing people. I'm still really not saying what's your passion? What do you think is the answer to change what's going on? Because we might share the same answer and we might build together. But we're not really talking to each other. We're here now and it's good. But certain men think, right, education's the answer. So them men who think education's the answer get together. And then they see that woman, she come here, she says she got hood to good.
they come saying, yo, we got a 3-week program. We want to come and speak to Hood to Good. And we want to put this on for you. Because all of us, man, come together, we shared the workload, and we come up with a 3-week educational program. Certain times you got to put your own personal glory aside or your personal profit aside to say, rah, this going to better everyone, you get me? Like, rah, man can take a little 30% hit, cause I split 50-50. I had the idea. But you know what? Me and my boys always say, the team ain't up until the whole team's up. I can't front man all day, every day. I can. But really, the whole team's got to be up. And when you're moving in different circles, your team's in the circle with you. So I like what we're doing here, but we need to start talking to each other afterwards. Because my man got a clothing line, my man got a clothing line, my man.
And that's why Raven's here.
And Raven, I joined Raven's group, and I love it. But we got, again, like I'm saying, we got about 15 different people pushing 15 different hair products. Get me, get together and say, yo, if all 15 of us are selling to all 15 people on networks, soon that's gonna spread out instead of I'm fighting you now, because we're already battling Johnsons and Johnsons. Get me, we're already battling all this cocoa butter when they're making adverts. They're putting a white lady in the advert and man being putting them there. Man have to start buying Raznik again, get me? So, you gotta start talking to your people and saying, rah, you know what?
You know how you do that? Make sure no one leaves here, make sure everyone talk to each
talk.
other, yeah.
I tell
Get
people,
Instagrams, get Facebook, get Twitter.
Yeah, and obviously we got the one thing is the WhatsApp group, yeah. So we've got the WhatsApp group to roll down to the postcode, and then we've got the communal WhatsApp group where we can promote and stuff. So everyone get at me to get into the WhatsApp group, and boom, I'll add you. Another thing I've got to make an announcement, yeah, cause something beautiful has happened just now, yeah. Sorry, my brother. Sorry. No, something beautiful just happened just now, yeah. A brother, yeah, and he's not black African, yeah, just came over to me, yeah, or came over to one of my brothers and said, give me 4 of the books, yeah, I'll give you £40, yeah, just give them out, yeah, to 4 people who say they definitely read them. Make sure they'll read them, yeah. So the other week, someone asked us, what can we do to help? What can we? And a man said to him, bruv, if you want to help, you're just going to help, bruv. If you want to. There's no pressure to. We're saying we do it on our own. You get me? And we're not going to let this distract us from the mission. But you know what it will do? It will affirm the fact that from we stay true to ourselves, there's going to be true people from everywhere, and we can still link up. You understand? So that shows the power of that. So the brother, I tried to get him to come into the camera and take the love. You get me? For it, but he don't want to say.
It's not always about that.
No, it's not always about that.
I just say one thing. You're on it. Yeah. You're 100%. But you see that role?
Yeah.
If you feel it, do it.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then go about your thing.
100%.
And feel good with
100%,
God.
100%. No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, I said, yo, come. Just on a normal one, I said, nah. If I'm taking the books, I'm giving them out. I want people to know who it was. You understand? And he said, nah. He said, if you put the camera on me, I'm going to be upset with you. I won't speak to you again. So this shows that he's not here for ego, come here to talk for ego. He doesn't want to fuel his ego. He just come to do something good and be good with God, like you said.
God bless.
That's what he come to do. So that's respect, the highest respect for that. So 3 people, because Imhotep took 1. 3 people who want the book and will genuinely read it. You get me? Come get out, man. So but everyone give a round of applause for the brother. You get me?
Anyone else want to say something?
Nah, just make sure you turn to the person next to you and try to get a Facebook, an Instagram, a number, a Twitter, or something, man. Let's not make this a one-off, man. Engage with everyone, unity in this thing, man. Make sure, man, the person next to you, just hit them up, man. Be like, yo, what's your Instagram? No ego thing, no nothing, man. Turn to the person next to you and hail them up, man. That's all, man.
And make sure you join Raven's group. Because if you don't join Raven's group, I can't get you into my distribution.
Yeah, man, let them know what it is, man. Turn to the person next to you, just ask for Instagram or something, bro. Keep contact.
100%.
On that note, fam, what's your Instagram, cuz? Get me? Let's see what's
No one else got anything they want to say?
I know my brother wants
You know this G Circle thing, yeah? If you can just link us people up in the Midlands, yeah?
Yeah, we're coming down there soon.
Coming in the Midlands.
We're coming.
Listen, my voice is on mono, so you can understand my accent still. Yeah? Just link us up, man. Don't leave us, because all of us have parents who come from Jamaica and wherever. We're still up in the Midlands, up north in Manchester, them places. So we too need support. I've been in isolation since 2011, following this Kemet thing in the Midlands. And I thought I was the only one following it. You know what I mean? Until 6 months ago, I looked on YouTube and saw all this thing going down here in London. I haven't been to London for 5 years. First time, I'm loving this thing. And I want you people to come and send this message up to our people up in the Midlands, up north, because they ain't as organised as you. And most of the black people is still kind of in London.
Come on.
You know what I mean? So you got to come up where we are, because right now, in the Midlands, like in Manchester, our people are fragmented. We got no black areas anymore, because they've now moved us all out into integrated areas. Tell me something. The integrated thing that I'm talking about, before slavery, when black man was not integrated, how great were we? How powerful was we? You know what I mean? In terms of the pyramid, in culture, and different communities. Since the slavery, struck coming out of slavery, and then we became integrated with these people. I'm not hating on nobody, but from then, we've had all our problems. You know what I mean? We've had all our problems, and our problems are still here now. So we need to kind of integrate with ourselves again, up and down the country, in America, Jamaica, wherever, and just deal with we, and just do business with them when we need to help us and not them.
100%.
That's all I got to say.
Right, thank you. Hey, listen, where I think we should take, I think we should round down this one, and where I think we should take this next is we'll go for what the brother was saying, yeah? We should go, and I want to hear like some sound if you don't think this is a good idea. We go around the circle, and everyone says what they do and what they can contribute. Do you know what I'm saying? Because then we get an idea of what everyone does. They can leave their social media, so everyone can tune into the social media, and we can also tune into whatever business, so we're making it productive. We're not just linking up, talking about political issues, but we're actually connecting on an economic and social basis. Yeah, so we've got the WhatsApp, which is one thing, but if we go around, because everyone does something, everyone has some sort of talent, everyone has some sort of profession. You understand?
Some sort of passion,
yeah. Or some sort of passion, 100%, 100%. So yeah, there you go. So I'll start it out. Respect Fire Bingy, I'm an artist, I make music, yeah? And music for me is the most spiritual thing. Like the brother said, you make your price for your thing, and that's it. So me, I haven't got any music out there, because they just steal your music, and it's like them stealing man's soul. You understand, fam? So for the last 3 years, it's just been my CD that my CDs have been exclusive. And it's been a hard journey, you get me? But man's, I put a value on it, you understand? So I set a certain value, and I don't go below that value. I won't go £1 below that value. It's only £5, but at the same time, I won't do it for £4. And I'll cuss a man for telling me, yo, Ras, just give it to me for £4 now. Cause we gotta get out of that mentality, family. We gotta get out of that mentality. Yeah, the beggy thing. When I go to an African market, I'm respect. I go and buy from every stall. So when I come back to my brothers with the Giuseppes and all of that, and they're balling, they went to one of them shopping thing and they're balling. I'm balling in a different way. I will get on to them, man. And then I will feel some type of way just deep inside. Because they know I'm talking the truth, bruv. Because I just went and bought from your auntie and your uncle. You understand? And they know. Because even though they'll go into that world, they know everyone's earthy deep down, you know. Yeah. This whole, it's a front, bruv. Watch man with his grandma. Watch man with his grandma and tell me if he's like that. Bruv, it's a front, you get me? Because out here, you got to be tough, bruv. So if man try to violate, man's got to be on something at all times. Because it's like that. But it's not a thing where man wanna be like that. You understand? And another thing is, a lot of the youth that they judge, you have to understand the reason why this movement's so important is because what's happening with our youth is they are dying before they get the chance to wake up.
Yes.
I can point out many brothers here that could be dead already. But they got the chance to wake up. I can't tell you a 35-year-old that's really talking about gangbanging like that. He might go in the booth and spit about it, but then he goes back to his wife and kids. Real talk, bruv. These man ain't living like that. Man like all of them, man like Chief Keef, don't even live in the ends no more. Them man flew out and spitting all that crud. Ain't even in Chirac no more. How you mean, fam? But they're spitting it and making the next you want to live it though. So that's why I make this, and that's why Jedi does his thing and all of the artists. We're going to do a G-Cypher afterwards as well. You get me? But yeah, this is my thing, you get me? And yeah, so everyone go around and just, I got a couple CDs here, and everyone go around and say what you've got, you get me? Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's because it's getting dark.
Don't make it too wide.
You know why? You know why everyone's huddling together? Kind of wolf. Yeah, it's the wolf. You know, that's why everyone's huddling. It's the wolf. You know, it's psychological. You know, man, I'm like, yo, this is.
Yeah, come close.
Hey.
The wolf.
Oh shit.
You
want to set it off? You're setting it off. Come, fam.
We talk about skills now, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
What they got to offer?
All right. Yes.
Sorry. Okay. Before I go on, I just want to say something that I really love this group. I love this G circle idea. It's like it's beautiful, it's spectacular. Yeah. Like very, very much like a spark that you guys are raising up. You get me? I just want to remind everybody that on the 14th of October, there was an explosion in my country, Somalia, Mogadishu. I don't know if you guys heard about it.
Yes.
300 and over died, and it was terrible. But the reason why I raised that is because there was this one Somali guy that actually raised me. He gave me a great consciousness, like awareness. He was watching a video, and there were like 5 kids, 5 children. Their mom and dad used to make their daily meal for them. Like they used to go to the market and sell some stuff like potatoes and stuff, and they died. You get me? So what he was doing is that he was taking down the number because there were people that saying, you know what, guys, these kids need help, so on and so forth. So I felt like, who's gonna help these kids? Like that's what I thought myself. But then as soon as I walked to the kitchen, it was a minicap spot where my cousin owns. I saw this driver sitting down, taking down the numbers, and saying, you know what, I'm gonna help my people. You get me? This is me because nobody's gonna help them if I'm not gonna help them. You get me? So I just want to start. We're talking about how like, everybody's got what to do. I'm a poet. I do spoken word poetry, and I just want to start with something that actually that concerns about Africa, especially my country. Okay, Africa. It kind of seems like, you know, there's no rain to heal all the pain. We are forced to live under evil's sway. We can only pray but nothing else to say. Wake up every day and still feel betrayed. Since the tribal outbreak, we lost our dignity so easily, then we got degraded so hatefully. We ask for protection, they lock us in prison. We ask for a leader, they select a deceiver. Our blood is shed and flows like a river. We say enough, they keep pulling the trigger. Can't speak out, we silence in fear. We silence in fear. We hope for peace and tranquility, but more of us still bleed. I'm some soldiers, we don't need their shoulder. We were horrified, they making us more terrified. Despite the terrorists, we got more terrorized. See, you can't stop violence and still be the villain. You don't know who you're killing. You open your fire, kills an innocent, you don't even care. Lord knows that you conspire. Sometimes we get the feeling you're here for your desire, more like to acquire the entire Somali empire. Taking advantage of the tribal that grows and the fire that blows. As my mama used to say, we're waiting for a hero, the man of tomorrow, the end of our sorrow, saving our little heaven, our precious number 7, from getting ruined by your evil movement. There'll be no more division.
No.
Finally get the freedom.
Trust me.
When he gets to see them,
yes,
he takes the evil out of the people.
Yes. Trust me.
Bring you to justice, you'll never escape this.
Trust.
For a second chance, we'll be living in peace. There'll be no more endless roams, no more burned down homes.
Trust.
But hopefully, that doesn't become only a dream that's so deceiving. Thank you.
Oh, right, Raven.
You want to let them know your social thing.
Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. Everlast Eden. Basically, my name is Khalid Aden, so translated into English, Everlast Eden. So you can find me there. I've already put some few poetry. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully I get your support.
Thank you, fam.
Everlast Eden, man.
All
Strong.
right. So guys, it's Rap Raven. I'm from a collective called Mount Melanin, and some of you might be part of it. But if you're not, you're always welcome to join. And it's basically black betterment building, trying to find ways to make black people be constructive, work together, and really progress. So if you want, come talk to me. I'll take your details. It's a WhatsApp networking group. Me personally, I'm a sound engineer, graphic designer, a director and an editor. But personally, I don't have too much time to do so many things. Hence why I've made a network where you can get other people doing similar skills if you want to build and so forth. But also, if you go on mountmelon.com and you go in the forum section, you can click and you take it to any other of the Facebook pages. So follow the Facebook pages and you're welcome to be an admin, and hopefully we're going to be posting constant black data and positive stuff, and whether it's health or economics or what it might be, right? But talk to me, because the idea is for us to make our own networks, and that's why I'm here. So boom, 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 let me not hug up time, innit? There you go.
Quickly, a subject we never touched on, I just want to touch on it quickly, but we'll probably move on to it on another day, is just our black woman, man. We need to start hitting up our black woman more often, in terms of just like from now on what we do. If we see any bullshit, none of that Dove advert bullshit, we need to start making more noise, man. Because they think they can get away with all of this shit. But yeah, I'm just an artist, spoken word, and also a rap as well. Find me at Patron KM, or just speak to me afterwards and I'll just give you guys all the details, man. So yeah, man, let's keep this going, man. Let's keep this strong, man. 100.
Anyone else that wants to share something
Anyone
they
else,
do?
man? We're done with the book as well, man. All their brothers with the book as well. Everything.
Come on, what you do, you're welcome.
Anyone else? Come on.
Everything. I know we got some hairdressers or something in
plumber,
here, man. We got nails, clothing
gardener,
companies, books, authors, everything, man. I know we
Can
got.
I just say, the importance of this is we need to like fuck up. Everyone's got a skill.
Yes.
And if we're looking to build a nation, whether it's in our mind or whether it's in physicality, we need to get together and unite. If a man is a plumber, then we're going to need plumbers to build houses. If a man is an electrician, exactly. Yes, I see, we got a plumber here. Come true, brother. Introduce yourself. We need everyone to
My
introduce
Instagram's
themselves.
at Rajare. Get at me if you need anything done, man. We'll do it for a price.
Yes,
RAHH. I can't even see because I'm blind right now. The light's on, man. So RAHH. Rajare. But yeah, get at me still. For the family, something can be worked out. But I'm a qualified plumber. Construction I deal with. And yeah, fam, if you're running down Jakes or EDO or anything like that, shout, man. Man will run man out, fam. You get me?
Yeah, so is there any more skills that we can use to build a nation?
Yes, I just wanted to give thanks to the G Circle first and foremost. So a round of applause to all the people around here, please. Every single time I come here, it's beautiful energy, so I just want to give the thanks to everybody here. I have a radio station, or a radio show. My Instagram is AshRgram, so any rappers, anyone that's creative, come through, DM me, and we'll get onto it, get promoting, and it's just another platform that we can use, so my platform's your platform all the time, so let's go, guys. Much love.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel Paul. I am a stand-up comedian. Don't ask me to do a joke.
Yeah, come on.
No.
Tell some jokes, man.
Well, all right. Earlier on, people are asking. Someone asked, like, why do you stay positive? What made you be a positive person? Well, I saw Shawshank Redemption, and I didn't want to go to jail because I sleep with my mouth open. So.
Gang. We know the comedian still.
I'm on Facebook, Emmanuel Paul. I think it's Emmanuel Paul Comedian. Just that's my page. I do events all the time and stuff. Yeah, come. It'll be kind of funny, hopefully.
Come on.
Hello. So, I'm Jada. I'm a dancer, performer. I'm a part of this group called Glitch Dance Company. We're a starting business. We're starting from scratch. Currently, we have dance classes for, I believe, 6 to 12-year-olds on a Monday at Tottenham Sports Centre. You can find us on Instagram, Glitch Dance Company. Any inquiries, someone will answer you there. That's all I have right now. Thank you very much.
I want to say a little quick piece, man. One people. My name's Peace. Still, big up Jedi. On the live, been watching the movement and still, I'm kind of feeling it still. You get me? I've got youths myself and that, and can't lie, this road thing's a myth. I've been out here too long, I ain't made nothing. Well, I've made stuff, but I ain't got nothing to show for it, yeah? So I'm just feeling this thing. I'm not even a speaker, look, you see me stalling. Don't worry, fam. Big up the movement, though, yeah, it's a good look still, you get me? Everyone keep doing what you're doing still, you get me? I can see it going places still, you get me? Car, we need to rise up still, car. Yeah, that's all I got to say still, man. Big up.
Gang. And understand, yeah, that we revolutionized Hyde Park, you know, right at the back of Buckingham Palace, you know. We in the Queen's backyard and we revolutionized Speaker's Corner. No, it's not a joke. Are you listening, yeah? We've had people that have been coming to Speaker's Corner for 40 years and they've said on camera, they have never seen anything like the G-Circle at Speaker's Corner. And they didn't even see this one. They saw an earlier one which wasn't half as big as this one. And they was already amazed and astounded by the G-Circle. We've changed the order. Another reason why we've changed the order is because Speaker's Corner before now was just for 2 speakers. All of you coming here now, we had no voice. Unless we was a loud person, someone loud like me, then yeah, you got a little voice and you debate. But everyone else's voices weren't heard and I hated it because I realised that after a debate, everyone else might have some jewels. And then after the debate, this one's saying this one's, but the people don't hear it. So this is the first time in Speaker's Corner where everyone has a voice. So this is a revolution that we just created here. Everyone make some noise, man. Make some noise. Nah. I know it's late and everyone's tired. But when I say make some noise, remember I'm Respect 5 Bingy, I'm an artist. What I do is I go, I perform. Yeah? So when I say make some noise, I never let it go unless it's revolutionary, unless it's gonna scare. I told you where we are, we're in the back garden, yeah? So make some noise to them everything at the palace, like when Selassie won the Gang.
Yeah, anyone else?
I'm a Virgin Lands of Pino still.
You say?
A Virgin Lands of Pino. Where'd he go?
Anyone else?
Well, check it. I do fitness for kids. If you're in and around the area of Brixton and your child wants to get into fitness and activities, I hold sessions. I'm mobile. I can come to your area. You can come to my area. I'm CRB DBS certified, so you ain't got to worry about none of that motherfucking shit. And yeah, it's all about getting the kids active and coming down, but also at the end of the session, we have a little get together and we talk about problems in the community. The other day, I stopped every single child that went to school that I saw that day and said to them, "Raw, what have you learnt today?" None of them had an answer for me. So at the end of these little sessions that we have, we bring up questions like that and we sit down and we reason and other man them join in and yeah, it's that good. My brother, my turn from a long time,
way back. I just like to see on the whole children front and that. I ain't seen my youth in 10 months and 9 days, obviously due to certain issues with mummy. I just want them to know, because I know they're going to see this, because I know they're all over the network, mummy is as well. Love you, see you soon. Obviously, Daddy's out here trying to make a big positive movement in the country. Your quad bikes are safe. Yeah. Coming real soon. Don't watch nothing. Your little brother Noah, I know you ain't met him yet, but trust me, he's growing big, just like you, Josiah. You understand, Jacob? Daddy loves you. Respect my name. Yeah.
And that's what it's about, bro. When people are
even the
see us get together.
See my man do just now. You see this?
Yeah,
this is the powers, you know, fam. This is the powers, you know, fam. You see, if all the young G's are spreading like that, there's some heart now. You see, this one thing, it's a bit disconnected. You get me? And obviously, if I don't know, man, I still spread him like that because I'm disconnected. But what we're saying is, in the movement and for the next generation, that's another thing that we can set. You get me? You get me? And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's in Birmingham. It's in Nottingham, more lines. You don't know. It's everywhere. Man, them are doing the double. We call it double up to double up. Double up to double up. Cause when we get together, we're doubling up. And that P's got a double up because we're doing some group economics and some group economics. You get me?
Anyone else? Anyone else? It's a skill, something you do.
Basically, I'm a writer, but one thing I really wanted to get into, like I said, when it comes to knowledge, was clothing, because I really found it was really a big issue. Because, I thought to myself, we buy Italian man's shoes, we buy the French man's perfume.
Your clothing line is gang.
Thanks for that.
Swear down.
Like I said, I make my own clothes like now, because it means life. like I said, life, means everything to everyone. So I felt, you're close to represent who you are, and what you want, not just some symbol that means nothing to you, like Versace or whatever it is. I ain't got nothing against brands, but at the end of the day, I feel it has to mean something to you, and that's why I feel it's an important thing to work on. Like I said, I'm working at the moment, but also I'm a writer. I write quotes, motivational quotes, inspirational quotes. Not for myself, but for other people as well, because I think motivation, is temporary. It can wear out. It's like petrol, and it runs out. You got to keep refilling it. So just keep doing that, and
That's real. That's real.
Hey,
bro, where can we find your socials?
Social for the clothing line, you can find on Instagram is LFE Official, and Quote King. You'll find. I'll put it on the comments, bro, because there's a lot of different ones. That's why you can find it there. That's all I want to say.
My brother. Anyone else?
Donnie's with a book, though.
Yeah. On Instagram, that's God Loves a Hustler, and I think you can find the book on Amazon. So that's for the Hustler's Holy Book. What I was gonna say is, look, we all got together. Everyone shared their thing. Had some speakers come down and address the crowd in a circle. So I'm saying to show that, like I think the brother already said, it's not a leader thing. It's not. We want it to be to the point where everyone can just take a back seat and it runs itself. Because this is something that we want, innit? Yeah. The other thing I want to say is when we get together, I didn't feel no hint of racism. It's something that we've been getting accused of recently, of having some kind of black supremacist kind of blah blah blah. But I didn't feel a trace of that. If anyone did, please let me know. This is what I'm trying to say, yeah? So I think there seems to be a big problem and a big fear with us getting together and uniting and whatnot. And this is why we get the obstacles mainly from lower level people, like not like the big wigs, but from the people, your everyday brother, is out of fear, out of what we're doing. And I don't know.
They have their own economics, their own businesses, but when we want to get our own, people get offended and blame you of racism. Like, you can't even post pro-black posts online without people saying, oh, you're racist, or your mom's white, or whatever. Like, so what does that mean? Does that mean that I can't want the best for my people, for my community? Do you get me? Does that mean I can't be proud of who I am? Oh, okay then, but you can though, and that's all right, yeah? Yeah, it's all mad. But you've got to be strong though, you've got to be strong, and you've got to, when you see each other, forget about the ego thing, forget about the competition, or am I better than you, or he likes you, or just louder light please. That's too much, sorry. Yeah, just build each other up in it. If people be negative, even if you're like, you can't always debate with people,
Yeah.
You can't always waste your energy. Like, there's no point in us trying to prove to someone that their religion is better than ours or whatever, or forget all of that, all of the petty differences. We need to forget all of that and see the similarities in each other and how we can help each other and build each other up. Do you get me? And like someone said earlier, even if people say, oh, I don't chat to him, or don't engage in any of it. Whenever anyone tries to come with their negativity, just disengage. Don't waste your time, just disengage straight away. Yeah?
Right, I don't know, we're going to wrap this?
No, what the sister said kind of hit a point. Because it seems that, like, whenever black people unite, people try and oppose or shoot us down. But I think what it comes down to is historically, because we had so many great nations and so many great histories that has been destroyed and distorted and deliberately taken away because they want us to be kind of zombies and consumers. So if we keep this in mind, every aspect that you talk about, like music, the defeminization or demasculization of men in music, all of these elements, the gang postcode wars, divide and rule, all of these elements comes from trying to suppress black people and us. So if we keep all of this in mind and try and incorporate this into everything we do to speak to the youth and educate, come together economically, then we're kind of like, we've got an all-encompassing G-circle, a spiritual G-circle that we're going to manifest to rise up and elevate ourselves.
Because that's what it is, it's a spiritual war, we're under a spiritual war. All of those hidden agendas, like the gay agenda, the demasculation of the male, single females thinking, oh, I'm too independent and all of that. And what are you teaching your kids? We don't need a man. Do you know what I mean? All of that business. It's a spell. We're under a spell, and we need to undo the spell by breaking out of the different forms of oppression. The music, the looks, the fashion, the religions. Do you get me? The miseducation in schools and universities. I've been to university myself. I've got a master's degree, but them institutions have never taught me nothing that life itself can ever teach me, and I'm still learning every day. Do you get me? But yeah, the miseducation, the teachers all backwards. Everything what they teach us on their syllabus, even the national curriculum, is against what is our true history. So, and even if you look on the .gov website and you look at the national curriculum, if you look at the top, it says something like, it's not quote unquote, but it says something like, this is our version of history, and any other versions of history against this are wrong. So any child from a different culture, not just black cultures, Asian cultures, any cultures, their true history, because you know, this country, they never tell the truth about the history. They make it look so innocent and always blame the Americans as well and make it look like it's them, yeah. Anyway, that's another subject. But anyway, yeah, the national curriculum, they tell your child that their history is wrong, basically. Imagine being a child at school and you're like, oh, well, that's not what my mum tells me. They'll be like, well, your mum's wrong because this is what it says, basically, but in a nice teacher way. Do you get me? Yeah, it's missing. So we need to build up our own education. Like the brother said earlier, he does homeschooling with his children. Homeschool your children. We need our institutions, our own institutions. How can you send your children to the devil's institution and expect them to come out an angel? That is not going to happen. Do you get me? Look at all of that unisex toilets they're doing in primary schools, you know, because they don't want to offend children with gender dysfunction. Like you're born in the wrong gender. How are you diagnosing a child who's not even developed its, you know, them type of, what's it called, hormones and that at them ages, do you get me? And they're making unisex toilets. But what about the children that don't want to go to them unisex toilets? You're offending them, so where's the equality there? It's all mad. It's a forced plan, do you get me? So we need to build our own. We can't keep on staying in these systems that poison us and hope to get better by just standing here talking. We need the action, do you get me? We need the input. We don't need no GoFundMe page or whatever. We can put our own money in together. We need to start building our own, and it's real.
I'd just like to add on to what the sister's saying, like we're under a lot, like institutional wise, we're the quickest to go to prison, we're the quickest to get mental health issues, all these other little isms and schisms, we're the quickest to get ejected from school. So I'd just like to just make all the black people know that we're under something, and it's not by accident, it's by design. So if we get our thing together as quick as possible and try to show each other double love, because that's what this situation needs. It doesn't need like a pat and a hug on the back, it needs a full embrace hug. Like you need to know that that's your brother, and you've got to love him twice more than you love in the other nation, because their situation and ours ain't the same. Like we're burying a lot of kids at a mad rate. So it's like you're going to risk your life to do foolishness, but you're not going to risk your life to save you. I don't really understand how that works out still. So I'm saying black people's going to have to understand that this is the time. We're going to know we're going to need to move forward and give each other that double love like how we used to do it before.
And I'm going to keep on reminding him. And I'm going to keep on reminding him. We all complained growing up saying the elders didn't do nothing for us. Yeah, and I'm going to keep on reminding y'all that we the elders now. That's right. Yeah, what I said. We used to grow up and we said the elders didn't know the elders. They didn't leave nothing for us. They didn't. But we're the elders now. So if we don't do something, at least we can be the ones they point to and say, yeah, you see the gang? Yeah, we know gang still. Them man didn't do nothing but gang, yeah, we saw them. They was out here, you get me? So they can know that they love, because that's the main thing, you know. I feel like when we roll up, man's gonna know that 1 minute there's people that care about us. What, these people, because that's the main thing. I don't know about the rest of the man them here, yeah? But when man used to do road, the main thing I thought is that no one didn't care about man. My life was worthless. I could easily die on the streets. You get me? No one wouldn't miss me. You get me? It's like, that's just the way it is, bruv. It's like, I don't know, it's just like, that's how it's set up for me. So when you put that worth back into people, you get me? And it's actually me coming into the community and getting, and the love, you get me? That actually made me realize, say, yo, I got worth, you know? Like, I'm worth something. I can actually, I don't have to just like, you know, rock out and go mad and do what's in my head, what's in a lot of people's heads. You get me? where the system is concerned. I can actually use my brain, use my intellect. I can try and, you know, bring people. We can try and do something. And yeah, so yeah, man. And geez, how many rappers do we have here as well? Or artists? How many rappers? Rappers and artists. Who's got a speaker though? Even who's good. You didn't get that one. Yo, what's everyone saying? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, bless up, fam. Bless up. So just from what the sis said there, what's the name, sis?
Katie.
Yeah, so okay. Just from what you said about going to uni and coming out and so forth, I think that's a really important point. Yeah, because I feel that many of us may go through the system of uni or education in general. Do you understand? And we get our degrees and our masters and this and that, and you know we go out into the glorified slave system, and we forget. You understand? Many of us have gone and, you know, got careers and got a house and mortgage and BM and, you know what I mean, all the things that we think we aspire to, but we never look back. So for myself, I want to encourage that if there's anyone, or those of you that are at uni now, I want to encourage you to try to come together, see if you can find like-minded people, come together whilst you're at uni, use your student loan not to buy nonsense, but to come together and form a business.
Yes.
Yeah?
Teach, sis.
Don't leave there with just your MA, MSc, BA and all that, because those are just glorified letters. You understand? To keep us off track. Like the sis said, whilst you're at uni, deprogram yourself. Whilst they're programming you, you deprogram yourself. Yeah? Because for my thing, for those of us that have gone to uni and come out, and we may have achieved certain things, we might have got certain material things, because there's many like that. You understand? I don't want to shut, but if you ain't putting back, then it don't make no sense. Yeah? Then you're still part of the problem and not the solution. Yeah? So just because many of us have got a little one microwave, a little 1 yard, a little car, and these varying things, we think we made it. But that ain't even the beginning of the journey. Because if you ain't looked back, yeah, you're still part of the problem, you're part of the enemy. You understand? So I know people myself, I went to uni and all the rest of it, they come out, some of them are earning good money. But never have they looked back. Or even to the side. Do you understand? So what I'm saying, if that's what you're on, then that's a failure. Then you just become a glorified slave with a master's or a bachelor of science and all these things. At the end of the day, that don't mean nothing. What are you going to show your youth? What are you showing your youth? You understand me? Does that then mean that all your youth's going to do is just follow that same thing, go uni, go and get their qualifications, go and do their job? It's not going to collect like that. Yeah, so I can build our own, definitely. So those of you at uni, please come together and form a business. You lot are all clever out there. Stop wasting time on. Well, I'm not even going to say don't rave and all that, because that'll be unfair, because I rave. You understand? But have it in your mind. I wish if I could live again, or you know, if I can go back and all that kind of thing, when I was at uni, that's what I would have done. Try to get some like-minded people and try and do something then, because other people were doing it. But you know, because you're too busy doing other things, you're not even looking at the you know, what you should be doing. So that's just the one thing. And the second thing, if this is, I'm not sure how far this is going out, but if it's going to any of the mandem or people, let's say in the community, that are now comfortable and would now wish to give back, hit up one of the mandem and see what you can do. Yeah, because it takes different resources in an army. Yes. Yeah, so you got the soldiers, you might have you need the nurses and all
Come
these
on, you need the bacon for the bread.
So let's try and get it out there, even if you don't want to go public and all these varying things, I can appreciate that. But if you're saying that you're conscious, if you're saying you're dealing with your people there and everything there,
come on, sis.
And you're not reaching outside of your family, yeah? So this isn't doing in your family, because we're all doing it in our family.
Come on.
Yeah? And it's about reaching out.
All right.
Yeah? And then starting to connect.
Come on.
The more fire we get, the more you know we're on the right thing. If no one was saying nothing to us, that means that the thing's dead.
The thing's dead.
Yeah?
What's your show called?
Oh yeah, oh dear, yeah.
And the socials, man.
Well, to be fair, I'm not even a social person, but see me now, I'm going to have to get onto that, boy. But so I've just started a show, just last week actually. It's on Back to Back FM. So Saturdays, oh, you potted me up here, mate. It's Saturday morning, 10 till 12. It's called the Truth and Rights and Medicine Show. Sorry, my teeth it. Yeah. Trying to use it as a platform to really bridge the gap between the elders and the kids. You understand? Get the dialogue going on. We know what's going on. We can't preach to them, but we want to know why and if we can help in it.
Yeah.
That kind of vibration. So 10 till 12, Truth and Rights Show, myself, Empress B. I want it to be a community thing, and definitely one of my main things is to let the people call in and we resolve our own things, innit? Right. It's one of them ones. Let's resolve, because we don't need no one to educate us. We don't need no one to show us, man. All these varying things. So let's just come back to self. And to all my young'uns out there, I'll always say it: love self, learn about self. Self. Even if you're on road doing whatever you're doing, when you come home and you set your peas aside and you're happy, learn about self, because one day that money's not going to be there. And the second thing, I know enough of you, because I asked them the question, what are you doing with your money, innit? You're putting your life on the line for this money. What are you doing with it? Often they can't give me a good answer. I'm not happy with that. Yeah, find an answer as to why
invest
you're
in
putting
something, fam.
Well, tell them, this is what I'm saying. So, man, if I tell them, but they're out there stacking, they don't know what they're stacking for. Enough people have got money stacked, but remember, we are soon approaching a paperless society. Yeah? Forget paper, get assets.
Yes.
That's where good pay come in.
Yeah,
That's where
assets.
good pay.
Yeah, so if there's 5 man on you lot are doing that voting, yeah, because nothing of the young man them, they moan in it that the old man them didn't leave nothing for them. Yeah, so like so what are you leaving? What are you lot doing? Because stacking and champagning and pouring libations that you don't even know you're doing and all that type of madness, it's not doing nothing for no one, innit? So what are you putting your life and your liberty on the end for? Because I've worked in prisons, you get me, and they come to me and I'm asking them, okay, bam, you're here for this, and what are you gonna do? They can't tell me nothing. And the next thing, young, I don't want to hear about light work. I don't want to hear that prison's light work. No mother bore their son or daughter.
Be a slave.
You understand? To come out and say it's light work. That's a sickness.
Slavery blood.
It's a sickness. Yeah, it ain't light work. It's your liberty. Remember what your ancestors have gone through. For us now in 2017 to just be willingly incarcerated to say it's light work. That's a nonsense. That's a sickness. It's not light work. Stay out of jail. We need the soldiers on road, innit? That's what I keep saying. When all the man them, when all the soldiers are off road,
yeah, we need the soldiers on road. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that?
And then now, when the women start going in a certain way, you get upset with how the ladies are acting. But you're forgetting that if you didn't leave certain females in them kind of positions, they wouldn't need to act like that. They could act all furry and cloudy, like some of the other women that you're looking at. Yeah? So if you want those females to act furry and allow them to be in that position, you understand? That means they can't be the man and the woman and the uncle and the... You understand what I'm saying to you? So know your place. Anyway, that's it for today, but you know what? Give thanks, fam.
Quickly, yeah, before everyone goes, yeah, content, is content there, yeah? Is there a way that you could get like a picture of all of us, please? So we can document all the people that come out, I'd love to see that still.
Just before that, my man's got an ending analogy.
Yeah.
We'll do a chant, take a picture, and then do the cypher.
You see, get me, I listened, we formed a little circle where we were discussing and we were talking about building something and everybody having their own individual thing that they're building. So one man
Listen,
said,
family. Yo, family. Yo. One minute. This is the last analogies of the night. So if the IDM who can hear me can come forward and just listen to this last analogy.
Yeah.
Hey man, come through.
So it would be good if we could just show solidarity for this last little message.
So Maz was saying about building their own little things, and I was saying, bruh, we need to come together and build something. Because he's saying when the big boys come, get me, when BBC try to buy content, yeah? Man, he's saying that's content by himself, like not mocking, but BBC can come just rock it, you get me? But when you got content, respect, everybody who's here, you add them all together, get me?
Nature.
Get me? You can't Get me, join with the next man and buy t-shirts together. When you got your poetry, come together and give content a little Wednesday poetry, a little 2-minute thing. When you come together, man ain't brocking you, bro.
That's right. That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's word. Gang.
I need to listen.
Rise up, you mighty people!
Rise up, you mighty.
Nah, you lot sound like dead people. You sound like Noppy. Rise up, you mighty people!
Rise up, you mighty people!
Accomplish what you will.
Accomplish what you will.
Rise up, you mighty people!
Rise up, you mighty people!
And accomplish what you will.
And accomplish what you will.
The last one, I met them here in Buckingham Palace. Come on. Rise up, you mighty people!
Rise up, you mighty people!
And accomplish what you will.
And accomplish what you will.
Gang.
That's strong, man. That's strong. I love that shit.
Yeah, let's get this kind of picture. I don't know how you're gonna do it though.
Let's get this picture, innit?
I don't know how, because there's enough people. Normally in the front, we need to elevate your camera. Up, back up.
Something that's warm.
Midgets, let's get the midgets. Let's roll out the midgets.
Yo, Getty's here. Yes, Getty, get on the side.
I always lose
You get
out.
that just in time, my lad. You get me? Getty. I'll say the vibe they could be right.
Hey, yeah. Camera step back still. Still down the at the front.
Hey, what? Hey, Blast, give me one of them. Yeah. Give me a hat.
Where are you now?
Do you know why people? Yes, exactly. That's why. I'll tell you something more interesting.
What else?
Gang.